What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Thomas Muller Flashback, and I don't know what's quite going on with the screen, so we will sort that out after the video, but I thought, you know what, we've got to get this out as quick as possible. So, Thomas Muller, 1 SBC, can't complain at all, an 87 rated card, and to be fair, looks alright. Like, what? He's got an inform, he's got great pace now, obviously his dribbling's gone up. We are going to get the foot bin exclusive to see just how much he has gone up by. So we've got the 86 there. Obviously his starting card is an 86 as well, so it is a nice almost actual flashback. We're showing a big increase on the card in terms of some stats and all of that great stuff. So obviously it was an 87. In fact, he's had a 23 pace increase, 1 shooting decrease, 2 passing increase. No, 2 passing decrease, in fact, as well. We've had a 9 increase on, obviously, his dribbling, lost a bit on his defending, and gained 1 onto his physical. To be fair to him, it doesn't look terrible. While we're looking at no skill move or weak foot upgrade, he is obviously the same height, and let's jump in to see what he's all about. So we have got him into the team. Again, apologies if you can see the blue stuff. I don't know if it is just the screen or it is actually on the recording, but Muller 86, 3-star, 4-star. Obviously the skill moves we want a little bit more if possible, but we can kind of accept it with this one. Obviously he's had a nice increase to his pace, so I'm expecting something decent there, and I think centre forward is screaming out for him. So we are going to try more of an attacking position and then bring him back and see what he can do in sort of midfield as well. Obviously we've gone with the Hunter on him, which I think is probably going to be your best shout at the moment. Gives him 99 pace, which I never thought we'd ever see on a Muller card. Then we'd end up with 90 shooting, and it does turn him into a 91 centre forward, which from an 86 to a 91 overall is absolutely fantastic. We have got the same traits of outside of the foot, leadership and solid player, which we can all take. And like I say, in terms of stats, they're coming in quite nice. There is only one that I'm not, well, there's a couple that I'm not too happy with. Obviously we'll accept that strength and aggression was never going to be incredible. Stamina's cracking, really nice there. Agility, balance is up there. We've got great reactions, ball control and dribbling. Composure on the lower end, that for me I'm not a big fan of. I always like 80 and above at the minimum for the moment, but we can kind of move with it. And then the passing, short and long, I feel like he was better than that. And I really think that they've definitely screwed a little bit over with that. Obviously, every other stat is kind of higher up there, so they've kind of had to take a dive. And for me, I just think that passing is very, very poor. So it may be that if you don't have him so attacking, you might want to look at maybe like a catalyst to whack that up instead and take the hit from obviously the shooting. It's a possibility. Obviously, with the Hunter, it does take his shooting quite nicely. Like I say, into a 90 overall with 99 position. In 96 finishing and 85 shot power with obviously 99 acceleration and dribbling. So less of the talk and let's get into some gameplay. Right then, straight into him. Like I say, the kind of thing of having no 4-star skills is okay to some extent, depending on obviously if you are a skiller. If you do skill a little bit, then obviously you might not miss it as much. Picking onto his right foot, look a little dummy. I'm expecting his dribbling to actually be somewhat good, which, oh, that's a great turn of pace. And he's managed it, honestly. Managed it like an absolute champ there. Rolls underneath the goalkeeper. He definitely should have done better, but he's done perfect there. Couldn't ask for a better start. Again, looking for the pass. Finds in a bit of Vinny. Going to find in a bit of Muller. He's going to go for the chip over the goalkeeper, and I've gone a little bit too hard there. But again, and I think you'll see it definitely compared to his inform and obviously his 87, which, to be honest, from day one was definitely fodder at the minimum. That's a ball. Gets the volley and Muller is on fire, absolutely loving it right now. But like I say, in terms of kind of his gold card and his inform, he was pretty much fodder from the get-go, really. There was no chance that he was even coming close to the team, just purely for the fact that we have got quite a decent amount of Bundesliga midfielders. And to be fair, even the gold ones are somewhat decent. Goretzka, Kimmich, then you obviously look at maybe like a Witsel special. There is obviously a few more golds that probably just don't come to mind. Does manage to hold on to that ball. He's going to try and find Messi down the wing. It's a lovely little pass. Finds the little hit. And Draxler is going to go for the back heel and take this guy to absolutely the cleaners. But I think the one thing that I always like with these sorts of cards, as you can tell, the pace side of stuff is really nice. Can we get the touch? We've gone for it, and good header away. He was definitely going to go for that volley there. But in terms of kind of pace, you can definitely tell the increase. And this is where I like the upgrades that are kind of gone flashback, but they're actual flashback cards. They're not just necessarily having a +2 on the overall and +5 on pace. We've actually got a very nice card here. And Muller back in the day had a bit more pace than what he has now. And obviously, like we know with Muller, to be fair, he's always been the cursed one that doesn't necessarily translate very well to FIFA. He is kind of a passer of the ball, like our Gerrard, our Lampard, Scholes. They are not necessarily quick dribble players. They are very much a brain of football, and that just doesn't translate to FIFA whatsoever. We've seen it with a lot of players over the year. But in terms of Muller, I think he's coming in quite nicely. And I do like that they've not made it ridiculously expensive. Like an 85 rated SBC really isn't that difficult. I know in terms of if you're going to give him up for fodder, it may not be worth that because you're giving up an 85 rated team and all you'd get is an 86. But in terms of just grinding him for your Bundesliga squad, obviously we do have icon swaps too. The January the 10th drop coming then, and that potentially again could cause Bundesliga. I don't know, I can't remember if we had Bundesliga last time, but that definitely would give me a kind of hope to try and maybe do a couple more of the cards. It's going to go for the shot. Nothing really coming of that one. But in terms of a kind of a midfielder, he's definitely getting into my team in terms of the Bundesliga one, which really links up nicely now. It's a good ball into Vinny. We're going to look for the ball back. He's going to go... Oh, okay. He's not even going to go for the header. McIntosh is going to make sure we don't even see that. Draxler doing the dribble. Gets the ball still. Very nice. Muller chilling on the edge. What can we find? Muller. We're just trying to find Muller in that box there. There he is. Got the pass off. Lovely turn. And we've gone backwards. And McIntosh is going to eat that one up. But again... going to look for Messi on the overlap this time, and that's it. That's the big thing for me, is his passing. Just, it really isn't at that level. I know the composure again at 77, it's okay, but I do think that they definitely could do with a bit more. That is some good dribbling. Diop's going to come back though. Probably should have gone for the pass instead. Muller picking it up early again here. Lovely turn. Find a bit of Vinny. He's got McIntosh. No, he hasn't. He's got the right back on him. Going to find a bit of Muller. Lovely little turn there. Going to try and find it back to Vinny, but it's a cracking little intercept before we manage to. And again, in terms of Muller, I think for the 85 rate SBC, it'd be interesting to see what that's actually coming in at, which we'll see in the overall, and then also any of the special cards in the Bundesliga we've missed out on. Is there better ones than him? Does he not reach the top 5? Or is there obviously the SBC cards, which then really, if you've not done them, then you've not done them. So that'll be an interesting thing to see where he kind of shapes up in terms of the ranking of the Bundesliga, as I think most definitely the pace increase is quite nice. He definitely has semi-good animations. Sometimes you can definitely tell the old ones creeping in, but for the most part so far, doing very, very well. Already getting himself 2 goals. He's about to go get his hat trick, because we definitely want to see that in this match. Have we managed to? It's Muller. Give him on his left. He has got the 4-star weak foot, so that is something of a nice little gem there. Maybe the 5-star would have been nice, and then it might have made the sore blow of only having the 3-star a little bit better. Keeper's not going to get that, but unfortunately Pogba is unable to direct it in front of the goal this time. Big ball over the top. Vinny's going to control it down. He's looking back for Muller. Go for that finesse. Yeah. Outside of the foot shot trait, unfortunately. No finesse shot trait, which is always my favourite. Muller, little 1-2 with Messi. Going to pick him in. Oh, he might be... He was going to be offside there. Again, playing it through quite nicely. Always available for the ball, which again will come in dividends for him. I think in terms of kind of the position I'm looking for him in, can we find a bit of Vinny there? It's a cracking ball, and he goes for it and just about misses there. But the kind of position I reckon Muller would be in, I reckon a centre forward actually suits him down to the ground. I think striker may be a bit heavy when you're going against a kind of like the top end of defenders. but he holds his own. His strength is actually not terrible. Again, once you're kind of looking at the Rios, the Maldinis, because we've seen far too many good icons in people's teams, and not even just one. Obviously, when you've got Vieira as well, that obviously baby SBC, I feel like a lot of people have done now, especially when he's kind of been the big boy icon that's come out. I feel like Cam centre forward is going to be the perfect position for him. He's got a decent kind of awareness of the ball. His dribbling is actually pretty decent, to be fair, for him now, compared to obviously his normal gold card and in form. He genuinely can turn with the ball quite nicely. Going to try and find a little flick with Draxler, but unfortunately the defender takes it away before. Oh, this is open season. Muller's seeing his hat-trick right before his eyes. Little dink in, and Muller with his hat-trick. Absolutely stunning work from the lad. So if we are going into the overall for Muller then, coming in at 50k, like I say, pretty standard right there. Obviously, the only requirement that you need player-wise is obviously the FC Bayern player. Minimum one, pretty standard. Coman, Sabitzer. Obviously, you've got then all of the Bayern players, Muller himself, I suppose. All of the other Bayern players are literally going from my head. Gnabry, Sane, Theo, obviously quite an easy one there. Obviously, being an 85, maybe you're looking at a Sabitzer or a Sane. I think they're going to be beneficial in comparison to going for a Gnabry, as I can imagine 85 and above are going to go up a little bit, probably not too much. But in terms of the Muller card then, so he is somewhere around here. I don't know if he's been added into it yet. So if we're looking at the Bundesliga midfield, and then we'll also have a quick check on the German midfield to see where we're at then. So Kimmich is a CDM, not in any relation there. You've obviously got Royce, who is a fantastic card, 240k, so he's coming in 200k more than obviously our man Muller. You've got Nkunku's player of the month, an SBC. If you've completed him, then again, maybe you're rethinking. Witzel is a CDM, Goretzka is a box-to-box, Sau is a pretty decent DM to box as well. Reyna's going to get upgraded at 40k. Not a massive fan of him, so I wouldn't necessarily put him above Muller. You've got Ricken coming in at 12k hero. Again, not actually a bad card. Is he a 4-star? A 3-star, 4-star, so it's exactly the same, and obviously a hero card, so he gets the strong link with all of the Bundesliga players. Zachariah's a CDM, you've got another Nkunku card, you've got another one there. Boateng, not even worth mentioning, to be honest. So I think, in terms of competition cam-wise, you've got Royce and Nkunku. Other than that, oh, and I suppose Witz, or Wirtz, I think his name is, he actually isn't awful, but he was way back at the beginning, so if you haven't finished that player of the month, then really he's in no question, and the same for Nkunku, to be honest. You've got both of them player of the month, so if you have not completed any of them, you can go and buy a Royce, and he's coming in at 240k. I think Muller's an easier investment for maybe not massive amounts of difference between the two cards. Obviously, Muller now has a good pace increase. With the Hunter, you obviously get a great pace increase to 99. You get a lovely increase to his shooting, which we saw. And I think in general, you're looking at that more than anything as a striker centre forward, as more of a cam centre mid. I'd be looking at the Deadeye, or at least a Catalyst at the very minimum, if you wanted to get pace still, because I think that passing is definitely something that's needed more in obviously the more midfield role that you'll go for. If you are, like I say, going for more attacking, you're really wanting to shoot, then definitely the Hunter's the way to go. It really kind of just gives you that overall finish on the card. But like I say, Catalyst or Deadeye, definitely for that passing increase. Maybe you're going for them short passes, so obviously a Deadeye will still give you that shooting boost as well as obviously the passing, and does take him to a 92, 93 or 90 cam centre forward striker, which is absolutely fantastic. And to be fair to him, he's had a lovely pace increase anyway, which definitely feels better on the card. But overall, I do think the card is worth it. I think 49k for an 86 Muller is really not that bad at all. Easily grindable. You've got it until the 3rd of January, so you've got a fair few days. I think, what, 5, 7, how many days? Well, we got 4 left, then 3. Yeah, so you got about 7 days to do him. I think he's absolutely wicked for this card. We've just got upgrade packs as well, so I don't think there's any reason not to do this card for that little price. So overall, I'm going to give him a solid 8.5. I don't think any more or any less. I think he does well with his pace. I think that's a lovely increase. Dribbling is quite nice. Not necessarily Neymar standard or Vinny, but definitely a much better increase compared to his gold. Shooting is quite nice as well. Passing, a bit lackluster at times, very average at best. Composure definitely could do with some work. That's something that I really think would be better at least 80 to 85. Stamina-wise, can't argue. Strength and aggression, we kind of expected it from Muller. He's not necessarily the biggest and bulkiest player in the world. And obviously heading is, again, he's not really massively known for it, but 6'1", he may be able to get his head on something. So overall, I think he's definitely worth the price, 100% worth the SBC. Let me know if you're going to complete him. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this video, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.